Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Top 5 Podcast, the most casual podcast on the internet. As always, I'm your host, Ron McNerney, and joining me today are my best friends, Zach Blenner,
Hi, what's up, guys?
Colin Harding,
Clever stuff.
and Matt Bush.
All right.
Today's topic is all about our top 5 favorite breakfast foods. So boys, are we ready?
Yeah.
You know?
Good, Matt, because you are kicking it off this week with your number 5 pick. What is it?
Dang. My number 5, I had Eggs Benedict.
Ooh,
Okay.
I don't
That's
know
good.
if you guys are as big a fan as I am, but
I
this
absolutely am.
is phenomenal. So for anyone listening who's never had Eggs Benedict, it is poached eggs served over an English muffin with hollandaise sauce, accompanied by whatever else the creator of the dish decides to add on. But I think it really works super well. English muffin, obviously, once you get it all crispy, you get the nice crunch. Poached eggs are a very underrated form of eggs, IMO. My whole
Poached eggs
list
are
is
fire.
basically dominated with egg dishes. That's all I really eat for breakfast. And hollandaise sauce is banging. But like the only reason it didn't make it a little higher is because it is like kind of a lot to eat for breakfast. Like
It's a lot.
prep time aside and calories, like you're basically eating like your whole day's worth of calories in one sitting. Especially if you're getting like potatoes with that joint, like forget it. You're not eating for the next 12 hours.
Home style potatoes too. Ooh, it's real good. Matt, are
And
you
all my
you-
breakfasts are always served with a nice cup of coffee as well.
black
So
coffee,
you
right?
know you got to get back on. Whatever I'm feeling, I like black. Like if it's shitty coffee, I'll add like cream and sugar, but I would like to go black most of the time.
Gotcha. And Matt, question for you: are you more of like a home style home style potato kind of guy, or like a pancake kind of guy?
I'm hash browns all day, every day.
Ooh, hash browns. Yeah,
But I never met a potato I didn't like.
that's good to know. I'm all about that. I actually kind of forgot about Eggs Benedict. I haven't had it in years.
I just kind of pictured like a real Mr. Potato Head and like you finally meeting somebody who's like robbing you that's like a
The
Mr.
potato I
Potato
didn't
Head.
like.
I mean, yeah. I didn't really like him too much in Toy Story, so that is a potato I didn't like. I will say. I'm not that big of a Mr. Potato Head kind of guy. But, Colin, what is your number 5 pick?
My number 5 pick is always after my my Provase.
Of course.
So essentially what this is, my list is like my ideal breakfast and ranking those
Sure.
on a list instead of it just being like for instance, if I was somebody who liked eggs a lot, number 5 would be an egg thing, number 4 would be an egg thing, number 3 would be an egg thing. But instead I tried to do it like, okay, if I was going to make a breakfast, I'd make myself like this massive breakfast and then I would rate them. So that's what I did. So number 5 is hash browns with sour cream and any kind of cheese, whatever cheese you're into, whatever cheese you're feeling that day.
I'm feeling Swiss.
Then put some Swiss on those hash browns, put some sour cream on there, and have a good time.
Little dash of hot sauce on that
Dude,
joint.
little dash of hot sauce. Maybe every now and then you dip it in the syrup just for some giggles.
Ooh,
Just to feel something.
just to feel something. I couldn't have put it better myself, Matt. Dude, syrup in the morning, like when you just put it on something that isn't waffles or pancakes, can really hit different.
Freaking, it wakes you up because immediately you go, wow, my day's already good.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a huge syrup kind of guy, so I'm here for it.
Dude, I'll put syrup on anything. Like, if it's a breakfast food, you can put syrup on it and it just tastes better.
Like French toast.
Doesn't, like, a sunny side egg. Bam.
With syrup?
That
You can
sounds
put
kind
syrup
of
on
cross-
there.
that's
It'll
crossing
still
the line.
taste
that's
good.
disgusting.
It'll
That's
still
crossing-
taste good,
that's
guarantee
crossing
it.
the line, I think.
Yeah,
I guarantee it.
I think the egg yolk mixed with the syrup is kind of weird.
I guarantee you the syrup will overpower it so much that it'll just be like you're eating something slimy with syrup.
I feel like it would just taste like someone
I don't
spit
think
on
you're
your
wrong.
syrup, and it's just kind of slowly going down your throat.
I think it would just taste like syrup.
Maybe, I don't know. You'd have to mix that really well. It can't just sit on it, I don't think.
Syrup is just a very overpowering thing. I think you could easily put syrup on it and just be like, all right, this is good.
Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of sus, but hey, if I ever have breakfast at your place, then I guess you can make it for me and we'll see.
I'll do it.
All right, cool. To move on to my number 5 pick, I know there's been a lot of scrutiny over this breakfast food, but don't worry. It's the reason it's number 5. But pancakes. Specifically, homemade pancakes. And more specifically by my grandfather, because my grandfather makes fire pancakes. I don't know about you guys, but mini pancakes and big pancakes just taste way different to me. I don't know if that's common thought, but
I think they.
I'm
I
here for
mean, well, the bigger pancakes need more cook time, so I think that they can get burned easier. But meanwhile,
True.
smaller pancakes, you're more likely to get the nice golden brown,
nice
the
fluffiness.
the ideal consistency for pancakes.
I also think a lot of people probably have the silver dollar pancakes. They're either school cafeteria flavored or they're the frozen flavored ones, and both of those aren't fantastic pancakes.
No, they're just bad.
So I think most people like, and the problem is most people liked cafeteria food from schools that like I've talked to, which blows my mind, which means like those people clearly just ate TV dinners for dinner or whatever, but like
Yeah.
if you actually eat a meal, like these are the people that go to like the random diner and they go, "Oh my god, these pancakes are so good." But like if we went to a random diner, we'd be like, "All right, these are pancakes."
Well, the main thing that made me think about this too was just over the weekend. It was Mother's Day last Sunday, and I sent it in the group chat, and that is what my sisters made for. I mean, mainly my mom, but it fed all of us. Was like this nice like breakfast like platter, and the mini pancakes and mini waffles. The pancakes were just so freaking good. It kind of just brought me back to when I was younger, because when I was like 10, I was a pancake kind of guy, but I kind of veered more towards waffles because they're superior. But these are just so good. And honestly, I feel like if you are making a breakfast top 5 list, if pancakes or waffles aren't in it, then there's kind of something wrong, you know?
They're not in mine because, no offense to anyone who likes
There's
it,
something wrong.
I gave up eating dessert for breakfast. That's all I really have to say about that.
I mean,
They're
that's
good,
fine.
but I don't eat dessert.
I mean,
for
I don't know
breakfast.
how often most people are spending the time to make waffles and pancakes every morning. I think most people are like heating up some toast, making in some scrambled eggs, and then toting off to work.
I mainly make eggs, at least when I was at school. Like for breakfast, it was eggs on a bagel or something like that every day, or oatmeal.
Yeah, I just
And
make like a
yogurt, too.
scrambled egg bowl.
Yeah, eggs are just quick, and you could do so much with it. But yeah, that's why I put pancakes my number 5. Mainly just because you can throw the syrup on there, the chocolate chips, whatever you need, the strawberries, anything. So, Zach, we're gonna bring it to you for your number 5.
I have eggs. Pretty much just general eggs. They're very versatile. You can make an omelet, put them over easy. Hard boiled, soft boiled, scrambled. They can really fit whatever you really are feeling for your breakfast experience. Like you can make an omelet and put a bunch of stuff in it. You can eggs are good whether you put a bunch of stuff in them or if you just have them just plain as they are. And they're quick, they're easy. Or I guess they can be. Like you can throw them in a microwave real quick, just scramble them. It takes like a minute to make, or you can just or you can actually like try to make like an omelet and do the whole flip thing and like really spread it out. You can eat them raw if you want to. You can use whole egg or egg white. So there's a lot of
Hard-boiled
you
eggs.
can make them as unhealthy or healthy as you kind of want to. So
Yeah. Actually, I have a question because I'm sure we're all gonna talk about eggs at some point if we didn't already. Are you guys ketchup with eggs type of people?
No.
Only if there
No.
not hot sauce.
Only if there isn't hot sauce? Okay. I cannot stand when people put ketchup on their eggs. I think it's gross. It's very
It's
gross.
disgusting.
No,
not a
it's
fan.
it's good. I used to think it was gross, but I've definitely come around to ketchup on eggs. It is very good.
I don't know. I used to always put hot sauce on it, but that was just turning into be a lot, and I didn't want to just do it all the
Yeah,
time.
because the thing is that you would never use ketchup if you can use hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But if there isn't any hot sauce, I'm going for the ketchup for sure. But I think I would only do ketchup on scrambled eggs because scrambled eggs, I think personally, are trash, and they need the help.
That's fair. So that's the main reason I would put hot sauce on scrambled eggs is because I didn't like it just by itself. But what I just started doing was just melting like Swiss cheese on it or something. That's
Matt, what you got to do is do what I do, which is one, you always mix milk in with your eggs whenever you're cooking them, so that way they get a little bit fluffier. But two, you do an omelet bowl, except instead of making a physical omelet, you just make a bunch of scrambled eggs with all the omelet
You make
stuff.
the failed omelet.
Yeah, like you just scramble it up, throw it in a bowl. That way you can just like huff it down.
And you can always cut up an avocado or something too and throw it in
And then
there.
if you're me,
It's fire.
you use the Frank's hot sauce,
Of
but
course.
the extra hot, because the extra hot has a different flavor to it and has a very different tanginess to it that makes it just so much better.
Honestly, I don't
My
think I've
mom would
ever eaten
never buy the
a hot
extra
sauce that wasn't Frank's.
I mean,
Like-
you probably had Tabasco, right?
Well, I'm sure I should say like buying
Is that
hot
hot
sauce.
sauce, or is that just
Buying hot
like
sauce.
its own thing?
I have like
It's like its own thing.
10
But no,
different
I like
hot sauces.
scrambled eggs like bacon and sausage and that. I mean like just straight scrambled eggs.
Oh yeah,
They-
if you're
they
just
just-
doing
they just need
scrambled
help.
eggs, nothing fancy. Yeah.
That's when I would put ketchup on it. But I don't eat scrambled
not-
eggs.
I'm just not a fan of ketchup generally. Like, I think it's probably the most overhyped and worst condiment. IMO. It's a strong IMO, but
It's definitely a hot take, but I can
I
understand.
mean, it's pretty mid.
We grew up in Heinz country, so if you're not a fan of Heinz ketchup, you might actually be killed on the streets. So
there's just like nothing I've ever eaten with ketchup that I'm like, oh, this is like leaps and bounds better without the ketchup. Like, it's just like,
you mean with the ketchup? It's I don't know.
yeah, like
If it's
there's
like
like,
fresh home fries with ketchup.
There definitely
I'm
is,
all
but the
for
issue
it.
is that all of those things are paired better with something else.
I mean, yeah, like when it comes to fries, like fries with ranch, 100% tastes better than just normal fries. If I have a normal fry with nothing on it and then a fry with ketchup, like there's really no discernible difference to me whether which one's better. So at that point, like just ketchup's more work for me to deal with. Then I'd rather just eat the fry.
Well, I think this is like a slightly different topic, but I think that you can't just do ranch. You need buttermilk ranch because ranch on its own is very rancid. So if you get the buttermilk ranch is whenever it changes the flavor.
Buttermilk ranch is fire. I can co-sign that. But before we start getting into top 5 condiments, or I guess worst condiments, Matt, I am going to bring it back to you for your number 4 pick.
My number 4, I had omelets.
That's
Nice.
fine. I like that.
I'm here for
I
it.
love omelets. Because I mean, Zach sort of went over it earlier. You can basically do whatever you want. You have like complete creative freedom. You can do like all veggie. You could do plain cheese. You could do the meat sweats edition where you just load it with sausage and bacon and steak and all that fun stuff. You can do like Western with like peppers and make it all spicy and shit. And it has the additive bonus where if you're not good at making omelets, you just make scrambled eggs instead. Who can tell the difference? I mean,
You're not going to know once you eat it.
yeah, it all tastes the same.
Yeah, there's definitely something nice about getting an omelet like at like what would like a hole in the wall like breakfast place. You know, you look at the menu, you're like, I'm not sure what I want, but you get an omelet, it smacks every time. At least
Yeah,
in my
that's
experience.
And they're like 5 egg omelets
Yeah, they're just these
filled
massive
with
things.
veggies and meat and stuff. Yeah,
So good.
It's the tits.
I like watching people cook omelets for the first time because it's so funny to watch how like pissed off they get so quickly.
I'll be infuriated if you try to watch me make an
I
omelet.
used to be good at making them. I don't know if I am anymore.
I haven't made one in years. I think I only did
I
it
think
with like Greg's supervision.
Well, because
while
I have like the flip technique down. Like I don't need a spatula anymore to cook eggs. I got the flip down. But the issue is that like it's not just about the flipping. You know what I
Right.
mean?
yeah, and while like omelets aren't necessarily hard, I just find it so much faster just to make scrambled eggs and throw all the stuff in it.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely for presentation only for
Yeah.
sure.
But speaking of omelets, though, I will like shout out to Bob's Diner because I freaking love their omelets. They have fantastic omelets.
Dude, Bob's Diner's always top.
I haven't been there in years.
They use so much butter in their shit.
Oh my
it's-
God.
They do.
They're,
It's not good
they're like
at all for
what
you.
Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart
Yeah.
uses all the
Yeah,
butter.
basically.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people do. So many people just like they're just like a stick of butter just for like one. You know, they'll be like pan frying a steak and they'll use a whole freaking stick of butter, and it's like, oh boy.
Like why?
Well, if you're butter basting that steak, then
I mean,
Yeah,
sure, but some
whatever.
people do it just because they're like, I'll know.
well, yeah, those people are a little slow.
Yeah. But Matt, I agree with your omelet pick. I'm sure we're going to hear more about it at least at some point in the podcast. But Colin, I want to hear all about your number 4 pick.
My number 4 pick is the large breakfast sausage.
From McDonald's.
No, I don't have
Yes,
that.
from McDonald's.
Large breakfast
Um,
sausage?
I bet McDonald's pancakes made his list because
Like-
they are good.
Like not the little links that you get at like, you know,
So, like the
Shop and
sausage
Save,
patties?
Giant Eagle.
Or like
No, I hate sausage patties. Sausage patties are the quickest way to ruin the taste of sausage because it no
Okay.
matter who you are, it just captures too much of the metallic taste and it just starts to ruin the sausage like immediately. So you have to do the links. You have to leave it in the casing. People who take it out of the casing, please stop. I don't know why you do that. Leave it in the casing. But I'm talking the ones that are like, you know, almost like a nice big link that's like, you know,
it's just a
maybe
long
an
boy.
inch in diameter.
Okay.
Like the breakfast sauce. Like this is something that you technically like have 2 of these with eggs, and that's your breakfast, right?
I
Like this
gotcha.
is like you're not having like 20 of these because there are those tiny little like finger thick ones, but like
It's like a hot sausage size sausage.
Yeah.
But yeah.
because what I do is like I'll make my own, and I throw in I take some of the sausage meat, and then I put in just a little bit of chili pepper seeds, and it is so good because it's not like you're trying to make hot sausage. You're just giving it a little bit more spice. You're letting that seep into the meat and stuff, and it's so good. So that's my number 4.
Yeah. I'm happy you said
Patties
about
are better than
sausage
things.
patties because I haven't had good experiences with them.
Dude, I don't know why people even serve sausage patties. They're like the
Patties are
worst
better.
fucking thing.
They're better. They just are better. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't know. I think I had like one bad experience with a sausage patty and it kind of ruined it because my dumbass got breakfast food at Sheetz once and it had the sausage patty on it and it's Sheetz.
Dude, I like breakfast.
I don't know. Their sausage was just really bad. At least maybe that day or what. I was not a fan, and I think it just kind of killed it.
I mean,
for
I
me.
don't know. I don't go to Sheets expecting good breakfast. I go to Sheets because I'm near Sheets.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think my thing with the sausage patties is almost every single person in the world just completely overcooks them like they're cooking like boot leather. But like
No,
maybe
you
if
gotta-
I cooked it, it would be better. But I just rather have one still in the casing and a link.
I think it just depends on how you cook it. My guy we go hunting with, he cooks like sausage patties. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter the way he packages them. But he's like seasoned, like it's all like meat he's killed and then seasoned and treated himself. So maybe that's different.
I think it's just it spreads itself too thin, and a lot of the juice disappears from it, so you're just eating something a little bit too dry. I think that's my problem with it, is the casing around the sausage link keeps everything inside and all the flavors are stuck together, just cooking together, and it just tastes so much better to me.
Well, then what's the difference between a burger and a sausage patty?
Well, it's the type of meat. That's like the big difference.
Sausage is pork. Hamburger is beef.
Well, sausage doesn't need to be pork. It can be anything. It's stuffed in a casing.
It is pork.
For the most part, it's some type of pork, yeah.
Colin, sausage was your number 4 pick, and we're going to move on to my number 4 pick, which it's kind of a compilation of things a little bit, but 3 to 4 items can go into this, and it'll be fire every time. 1, Greek yogurt with honey granola, made by Special K, and blueberries or strawberries. Fantastic. I highly recommend it. I mean, I feel like you don't have to say anything else about it. Matt, I think I started to convert you to Greek yogurt. Am I wrong in saying that?
So I used to hate Greek yogurt, and then my mom started buying the
Flips?
Chobani flip thingies.
Yeah.
And I really like those. And then she bought, I forget what they're called, but like it's a different kind where like there's fruit on the bottom, and like you mix it up. And then I figured out that I don't like. It wasn't that I didn't like Greek yogurt. It was that I didn't like the texture of Greek yogurt because like the flips have the crunch stuff that they put in there. So I need like some sort of crunch in my Greek yogurt, and then I'm all about it. But Greek yogurt by itself, I can't eat. I can't stomach it.
Yeah, because I remember Zach and I'm not sure where you stand, Colin, but Zach and I were on the side of Greek yogurt, and you, Matt, and one of our old friends were highly against it. And Zach and I pretty much made the biggest argument, which was it just depends on what you put in it. Like, you can eat it by itself. I think it's fine to eat by itself, but if
Depends
you
on the
put...
flavor as well.
Yeah, I mean, I usually just
Like,
go with plain.
I usually don't put anything in mine. I don't like make a parfait out of it. I just eat the key lime pie flavored one from Oikos. I don't like Chobani. It's a Greek yogurt. I like Oikos.
No, the texture of plain Greek yogurt like makes me sick. Like I can't eat it.
Different brands have different like mouth. Like it sounds so weird to say, but like a mouth like residue, if that makes sense. Like with Chobani, I notice more of like a texture in my mouth after I swallow than whereas like with Oikos, I feel like it's more creamy.
I just I'm not a big fan of Greek yogurt because it dries out my mouth, and I don't feel like eating something that is wet and then it dries out my mouth.
That's actually really good. Yeah, that's I think what I was looking for. The Chobani feels like it almost dries my mouth a little bit, whereas the Oikos doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of something I did, at least in school, because I was like, I'm gonna be healthier, or whatever. So then I ate Greek yogurt for whatever reason.
Yeah,
and
it's
then,
like one of the best things you can eat.
Yeah,
it's really good.
So good. But then I was like, I just had granola. I'm like, oh, this sounds like it'd be really good. And at that point, I was just making like my own parfait. At that point, it was, I don't know. I think it's fire. If anyone's listening who hasn't tried it, I mean, I'd be kind of shocked. I feel like everyone's had a parfait at least once in their life, but I highly recommend it. But that is my number 4 pick. Zach, I want to hear what yours is.
My number 4 is breakfast potatoes or home fries, however you want to denominate or however you want to describe them or call them. Kind of similar to eggs. You can really kind of serve them in any fashion you want to. Cubed, sliced, whatever. It's just like as long as they're seasoned with whatever they season it with, it's pretty good. I don't like this as like a main like course, obviously. This is like definitely better accompanied when it's like a side with like potatoes or if it appears in like a bowl of some sort.
Ooh, like a breakfast bowl? Oh, it sounds so good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. They're just really like really good, you know.
Yeah.
The best is when you get like a good hash going. When you get the home fries, your eggs, your sausage, your peppers, your onions, all like mixed in with each other.
Yeah, they're good accompaniment.
Matt, I know we're talking about hash browns right now, but have you tried the Chick-fil-A breakfast yet?
Dude, I don't get up early enough to get Chick-fil-A breakfast.
So
It's
disheartening.
crazy.
Well,
Gotta get it when you
it's
go.
not- it's not
Whenever you
like-
finally go one day, just get the hash browns with
The
it.
thing is that
please.
I get like I could wake up in time, but I can't like get to the point where I'm functional and ready to leave my house in time to
By
go get
10:30?
Chick-fil-A breakfast. Yeah, no, that like doesn't happen.
Nice.
Like I'm up at 10, but I'm not like functional until like 11.
I mean, that's
Dude,
fine.
I'm not
You
a
are a
human
night
being
owl.
until noon.
That's when my day starts. Is whenever I wake up and then add an extra hour.
That's fair. I mean, honestly, me on a weekend, I don't want to get out of bed just because, I earned this time in bed. So I'll just kind of lay there for an hour or so. But I mean, you kind of have a crazy schedule though with work. Well, not really crazy.
There's
But
not a
like just
Chick-fil-A
10-hour days.
nearby me. Well, there's a Chick-fil-A near me, but it's so like I don't want to drive 30 minutes round trip to get breakfast.
Ooh,
Near where
30
you
minutes.
live or
I don't
near
know about 30
work?
minutes.
No, near like I can go down to the waterfront in 15 minutes to get Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
but I also don't really want to do that.
No.
I mean, that's roughly how far it is away from us, right, Ron?
Yeah, but
It's
I don't
less
wanna
than
do
10
that.
minutes. At least when I worked
Yeah,
at
but
Roadhouse,
at
I'd
the
get to
end,
work
like
in like
depending on
7
traffic
minutes.
in the morning, like it's gonna be roughly, 20 minutes round
You also have
trip.
to wait in the drive-through. That adds on an
Yeah.
extra 5 to 10 minutes, maybe if you're lucky.
Mobile app, baby. Go
Yeah,
party
honestly,
right
the
next
mobile
spot.
app's like so much better than waiting in the drive-thru.
And you get your rewards. I have like a free Chick-fil-A sandwich waiting for me.
No, now that we're starting to open back up, I need to download that app because I'm probably going to be eating a lot more Chick-fil-A.
No, for sure. Honestly, every fast food place, I mean, besides like maybe Wendy's, McDonald's, whatever has like good promotions for actually going there, always just download the app. I've had at least, I think, 3 free Chick-fil-A sandwiches at this point just because, if either I'm buying food, and you get your points really quick, or if, like, the family's getting food and I'm like, just use my app. Like, it'll be easier. I'll go pick it up and whatever. Just adds up the
No,
points.
like them bringing it out to your car, like you basically wait through the drive-thru on your drive there. It is
Yeah.
superior. Like every fast food restaurant just needs to do it. Actually, every restaurant just needs to do it
The Chick-fil-A near us
that
has
has
the
a
space.
drive-thru.
It has a good
Well,
amount of space.
most of them do. You can order online. They'll just drop it off to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any like modern restaurant that doesn't have like an order online takeout feature.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean like you just park your car and they bring it out to your car.
Yeah.
Like there's not a whole lot that like
A lot
chain
of it-
restaurants, sure.
yeah,
Chain
chain
restaurants do
restaurants.
it. Yeah, but I mean I'm just talking like every kind of restaurant should just do something like that because holy shit is that convenient.
I mean, I think it's just getting the software to do it, right?
No, that stuff's like widely available.
I mean, right, but like depending on like the owner, like if the owner is like a 50-year-old man who's been running this business for how, like, you know what I mean? He doesn't know how to sign up for DoorDash and stuff like that.
It's actually I mean like
I've heard
sure.
DoorDash is a scam for business.
Oh, it is. It sucks.
Yeah.
They don't actually make any money.
But like what you can do, like what my cousin has is he has one of those, restaurant I don't know what to call it, like like it's a full system that just covers like the register, it covers like all like instead of, having a pad and pencil, you type everything into the little phone that they give you and blah 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 and then you can check out with it and stuff. So like with that, all you have to do is say like, yes, I also want DoorDash, and it like goes through all of it for you. And all you have to do is pay, your licensing fee for it. You don't have to do anything. Like they set it up, they do everything, and then all you have to do is hand it to your, 20-year-old waitresses and waiters, and they'll figure it out.
Wait, are you talking about like the tablets like I used at BJ's?
I don't know what you used at PJ's.
No,
but sure.
this is something else, kind of with it. It's more for like the back end restaurant usage and stuff. Not necessarily that, but
Yeah, like it runs the registers and stuff.
yeah. But before we keep going into a different topic, Matt, I want to bring it back to you for your number 3 pick.
My number 3 pick is my go-to like quick breakfast, which is avocado toast.
That's where it's
Avocado
at.
toast. Okay.
I love
Yeah,
it.
just
Now, are you mashing the avocado into basically guacamole, or are you actually just putting a slice of avocado
No, I
on it?
slice a
Okay.
whole avocado and then put it on the toast.
I usually end up just making mine into guacamole because I like it better.
But yeah, basically all you got to do is find the best bread in your house. And I'm gonna say that if the best bread in your house is white or Italian bread, you need to diversify your portfolio. Rye
At
is
least try.
acceptable.
At least
There
for
are
those
other-
of you that are
Other options available to you, but
for
please
those of you that are
diversify.
privileged and are capable of getting Martin's potato bread, at the very least, just try that.
That stuff's good. Potato
Just
bread
like
is
at the very
it's-
least. At like I'm the trying level, go out to a local bakery and get some serious bread because that stuff beats anything you can buy in a grocery store every time, and it's not that much more expensive.
Matt, are you buttering your toast?
always.
Okay.
It's always buttered.
No.
But yeah, you get the best bread in your house. My go-to is usually rye bread with the seeds in. If you like rye bread without the seeds, I cannot
Dude,
talk to
I
you.
love
I'm
rye bread.
sorry. You
Popeye
probably don't
breads.
like onions in your food and don't like spicy things. So I don't think that your opinion really matters on food. That's just what I'm at.
Really just atting somebody right now.
I am. Bro. There's someone in my household who doesn't like seeds in his rye bread, and it bothers me because they have to buy this shitty ass bread that they like, and it's not good. But my mom sort of gave up. She's like, "We're buying the seeded rye because this shit slaps."
Get over it.
And then I butter my bread, slice up the avocado, put that shit on top, and then I sprinkle garlic salt on top, and it smacks.
Matt.
And that's my go-to 5-minute quick breakfast. I got to be out the door and go to work because I'm basically already late.
Matt, I want you to try this, okay, since you're saying that you enjoy avocado toast, because I also enjoy avocado toast because I'm cultured, and who doesn't like avocados? When you get your bread, I don't know how good it would be on your seed rye bread, but put cream cheese on that bish. Specifically,
Bro, I love cream cheese on
onion
that shit, dude.
or like chive and onion cream cheese. Spread it on, throw the avocado on, slice it up like you said, because I'm also a slicer. And dude, it's so good. It is such a good breakfast.
Delicious. There's some you can get very creative with it, but you could also just do avocados and toast.
Yeah. Shout out to
Wouldn't send
Rachel because she introduced me to that. Kind of avocado and toast. I didn't really eat avocados until she kind of brought it up more. But just with the cream cheese, it honestly sounds gross, but it's flames. It's so good.
I could honestly just eat avocados by themselves,
I do sometimes.
like for sure.
If I don't feel like eating bread in the morning, I'll just put like everything but bagel seasoning on an avocado and just eat it.
That sounds fuego.
It's really good. Really recommend it. Everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's is a
Yeah, that
must.
stuff's great.
It's so good. But Matt, as much as I agree with your number 3 pick, we got to move on to Colin.
Oh, I thought you'd say, Colin, what's your number 3?
I was going
You're
to,
fine.
but then I kind of just stopped. If I'm being honest,
You switched it up and you missed your cue.
I thought I just thought like
I'm trying to
we were gonna have
diversify
some
my
kind of like
portfolio.
standardization here, but that's fine. We can just be fucking chaos. That's fine.
I'm gonna go chaotic.
No,
neutral.
so my number 3, I'm just kind of keeping it general here. Waffles with berry compote. Most people
Waffles
make
with what?
waffles wrong. Waffles with berry compote,
What is that?
Compote.
like the berries with like the nice thick berry sauce, basically.
Oh, okay.
Ah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Go ahead and speak your truth, Colin. But I'm happy you enjoy it.
I don't understand how you don't like a berry compote.
Ah, dog, it just tastes like sugar. It tastes like pure sugar. Just give me a blueberry.
What do you
I
think
mean,
a
that's all I
waffle
need.
is, dude? It's
Yeah.
a cake.
No, waffle's even more than a cake. It's caramelized. Like, if you make a waffle correctly, it's caramelized sugar on top of a cake, and then you put syrup on it, which is just sugar.
Yeah, but there is a threshold of sugar that is acceptable.
No. A berry compote is probably less sugar than syrup. It's not even that sugary. I don't know what world you're in.
I'm rocking with Colin on this one.
I'm
Anyways.
also taking a side.
Most people make waffles wrong, and they make them basically like waffle-shaped pancakes, but you got to get the caramelized sugar on the outsides. Otherwise, like, why the fuck did you make a waffle? I don't really like care if it's a American waffle, Belgian waffle, because like basically the only difference is instead of baking soda, they use yeast. Like whoop-de-doo. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, waffles and berries probably the best way you can go.
Well, Colin, we can carry on this discussion because waffles are my number 3 pick also. And honestly, I forgot about that like berry sauce. Like I never knew like what it was called. You know what I mean? I just was like, all right,
yeah.
Someplace you go to, you're like, yeah, I want blueberries on it. Just kind of comes with it. That stuff is good. I can't eat that all the time because, as Zach said, that is a lot of sugar.
Oh yeah, no, this is. I mean, like these are like you're going. This is like you're on vacation and you can just have like a chef make you stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Like this is not stuff. Like this is stuff that like. If I sat down to a wonderful breakfast in the morning and I was like having a good day, this is like what it's going to be. This isn't like, oh, every day I'm eating waffles with berry compote because that would just take a while every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. But going off with what you said, yeah, like waffles, you can be very diverse with it. But you just have your syrup, all your different types of berries, strawberries, blueberries, whatever. Whipped cream, anything that can kind of go with it. Yogurt also, as like a side, is really good with waffles. I'll stand by that. Chocolate chips, anything, I mean, as we've pretty much discussed already, pancakes or waffles are already really unhealthy. It is a cake, pretty much. So you might as well load it up with sugar because I don't eat them too often, so they're more of like a special occasion thing for me. But that is why waffles are also my number 3, Colin. Zach, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is crepes.
Ooh.
Crepes are delicious. You'll notice a theme basically with my thing is like the versatility in the food. You can make like a really like desserty, sugary crepe. But you can also throw like some chicken and like pesto and like make like a more hearty like fill it with almost make like sort of like a breakfast burrito, but with like the crepe and like the texture and flavor of the crepe like alters like what kind of like the kind of thing you get out of it. They're like a lot of work to make from what I've seen, like as far as like it's not like something as easy as like a pancake where you're like, oh, you know what, like pancakes are work, but like for the most part everybody has like a pretty easy way of making them. But like with crepes, it's like you got to make like the batter or the dough like out of scratch. I don't think I've seen like any crepe boxes. Like I don't know if you guys have seen those, like just mixable crepes. Because it like uses egg and like different things. But
my understanding was that crepe batter was just like thinner pancake batter. Like
that's exactly what it is. That's why I'm so
same.
confused.
They like
now.
it tastes more like eggy. Like it almost tastes like what like
you also put eggs in pancakes.
Yeah, well, right, but it's like the texture of it is not like it feels almost like an egg. Like almost like what you would like if you like don't cook French toast all the way through, it's almost kind of like that, if that makes sense.
No, like I understand what you're saying, but
yeah,
I don't think you've had to make crepes before, so you might not understand.
I mean, no, I've never made crepes in my life.
Like the only
I'm pretty sure the only difference is like the crepe. I'm pretty sure they use like a lower temperature on like a crepe maker if you were to like order it somewhere as opposed to like on a griddle.
They do.
Well, I'm pretty sure they only use they don't use like the leavening agent, so they don't use like your baking powder or whatever. So it's just literally just so like what flour, sugar, egg, and milk.
I mean, I don't believe it's the same thing. Like, yeah, you can't convince me that's the exact
no, it is
same thing.
No, it is the exact same thing.
They're functionally identical.
It's
like,
literally pancakes. It's literally pancakes without the leavening agent.
Yeah, they're essentially the same thing, Zach.
Well, number 3 is crepes.
I mean, as Zach said, there's so much versatility with it too. Like,
No, like I
whenever you
like
get
crepes,
one, there's so much
Yeah.
stuff in it. You know,
but I'm just trying to explain to him that they
Like
are
you're not gonna
essentially the
stuff
same.
a pancake with like chicken and pesto and like shit
But
like
that's
that.
not what I'm saying, dude.
Right. But like,
Well,
Alright.
I mean, they do in Japan and Korea and in the Danish world and
everywhere
what,
not
Dutch
America.
babies. Yeah, literally like everywhere that isn't America, they just do that. That's why like crepes are just French pancakes.
Oui, oui.
I'm all for crepes. I kind of forgot about them, if I'm being honest. But Zach, it's a solid number 3 pick. And Matt, we're gonna bring it back to you for your number 2.
My number 2, I had a nice BLT.
Okay.
So
like
for
BLT.
what?
Is on your rye bread?
Of course, always rye bread with the seeds. Gotta have the seeds on that, John. This is a breakfast that I would make specifically when I was working at a restaurant. Whenever we would like switch over from breakfast to lunch, I would hurry up, make myself a little BLT real quick because I was usually hungry. I was doing like long shifts there, long daytime shifts. So I would toast my rye bread, get like at least like 5 slices of bacon on that, John. Some nice lettuce, fresh tomato, and I always top it with some feta cheese.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys' opinion on feta cheese is, but it is the truth.
Oh, I like feta cheese.
I
Feta cheese
love
is fire.
feta cheese.
I like
It's
all kinds of cheese.
delicious.
You throw cheese down in front of me, I'm probably eating it and enjoying it.
I used to hate Swiss cheese, but then my grandfather, like last year, bought us this wheel of just like actual like Swiss cheese, not like the lunch meat cheese you'd get at like Giant Eagle, because I hated that Swiss cheese. But this like wheel of Swiss cheese is so good. I recommend it to
Yeah.
anyone just to
I
get
like,
the big
yeah,
wheel.
Swiss cheese is banging.
Go off that for like 2 months. or
The only thing I'm
however long.
not a huge fan of is like I like a sparing amount of blue cheese on a salad if I have it.
Blue cheese
I
crumbles or
love-
the dressing?
Yeah, blue cheese salad or blue cheese crumbles.
Okay.
Just because I feel like it really overpowers the salad since it's basically just water.
No, it can.
So
The
like
crumbles
I
would be
like
wrong.
a
You're
very
not wrong.
sparing amount instead of like my parents, they put on like half a blue cheese container and I'm just like, nah, that's crazy.
I love blue cheese.
Like basically you're just eating blue cheese. Like you're eating the salad just to eat blue cheese. And that's fine. But like you might as well just eat the blue cheese because that's perfectly fine.
Blue cheese dressing with wings for me is a must. Honestly.
blue cheese is like the only
Compared
way
to
Big
to
fan of ranch or I'm not a big fan of ranch or blue cheese with wings.
blue cheese is the only way to eat wings. IMO.
Yeah. If the
I
place
feel
doesn't
like
have
ranch
good
is
blue cheese, I
like
go
for
ranch.
5-year-olds and below, but like adults eat blue cheese.
Men.
I just don't do either.
That's
I
my
just eat
opinion.
it.
I respect not doing either, but I think if you're gonna do one or the other, blue cheese is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna do like the classic, Frank's Red Hot Sauce buffalo sauce with blue cheese, like that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, like if
That's
you're
a
getting
good
like
combo.
barbecue wings and stuff, like I don't see a problem with it. But when it comes to like I know Colin and like I know you love your hot wings. That's like where the flavor is.
Yeah.
So like why ruin it with blue cheese? You know?
Dude,
There's
my
no
mouth
point.
waters whenever I think about hot wings.
Well, is your mouth
It's
gonna
it's
water?
a bad thing.
Is your mouth gonna water about your number 2 pick, Colin?
Yeah, probably. So my number 2 pick is gonna be very controversial. My number 2 pick is the pancake family. I think pancakes are much more diverse than waffles, just because waffles are pretty much the exact shape and you can't do too much else because you have to caramelize the outside. Where pancakes, you got hot tucks, which since we figured that out from Overwatch, whenever we thought that she was saying hot dogs for a little bit,
Oh.
I figured out,
May.
we Googled what hot talks were, and since then I've made a few, and they're freaking awesome. You got Japanese pancakes, which are the super thick ones that are basically like souffles. You have crepes. You have I mean, you have regular pancakes. You have cream of tartar pancakes. I like to call it tartar because it sounds fancy. Um, Basically, all that does is it makes it a little bit thicker while keeping it fluffy. So, like, you can do that with cookies and stuff, and it's really good for those of you that, like, are fans of baking that don't know that. Um, you have Danish pancakes, which are I never knew how to pronounce this. I made them recently. They are ebliskiver. Basically, they're like donuts, but pancakes instead of a donut dough. And then you have Dutch babies, which are, your massive pancakes that are like almost like a deep dish pizza. So I just think there's a lot more you can do with pancakes, and like there's a lot more uniqueness to them since you can do so many different things with them. Where waffles, like, you very much have to keep it to a waffle recipe and then you just top it with stuff, which is very different from pancakes where you can like genuinely change up what goes on in there.
Plus, you can make smiling pancakes. Who doesn't want
Yeah,
that?
I mean, for those of you that have ever made a Mickey Mouse pancake, like, that's pretty cool.
It always tastes better.
There was over the summer I did the like pancake art stuff. I got out the griddle and put it on low and started doing pancake art. Can't do that with a waffle. But
For my sister's birthday, she's a big Harry Potter fan, and I got her this pancake shaping set of all Harry Potter things. It's freaking awesome.
dude,
You
gotta send me the link.
Wands. I can find it for you. I know I said wands, which is basically just a long pancake, but you get the gist. Owls and all that stuff. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah, I just prefer pancakes over waffles. I think waffles are kind of a terrible thing to clean up whenever you have to clean them off. If like, if you don't properly season your waffle iron, it's just a pain in the butt. But pancakes, like, I never have an issue with pancakes, and they're quick, they're easy. If you make the nice, like, you're making like hot talks, or if you're making like the Japanese pancakes, those ones take a little bit of like, now you're making yourself a breakfast of kings kind of thing, because they're like a little bit more advanced. But for those of you that don't know, hot talks are basically if you took a Pop-Tart and instead of putting the pastry on the outside, you just made it a pancake. Technically you can put whatever you want in there. Like they'll put like chicken inside if they want to, like, because it's a street food. So they'll put like chicken inside. They'll put Nutella inside. They'll put like an icing kind of thing, like in Pop-Tarts. They'll put whatever inside, and it's basically that. Yeah, so I made them recently. They're pretty good.
Well, to move on to my number 2 pick, Zach, I'm not sure how much you can vibe with this, but just overall, my number 2 pick, bagels. And I feel like a lot of the reasons are not top 5 lists is because it's on our top 5, just because of the versatility of a lot of the food items. But I eat a bagel with cream cheese pretty much every day, usually with an avocado on it, everything but bagel seasoning. But besides just having that, you gotta get the Bruegger's bagels. You just gotta do it. At least for us, we have to drive down to the south side because the one closest to Zach and I closed, which is unfortunate.
I know, it's a travesty, dude.
I think about it every day. Like,
yeah, Bethel's
sucks.
the closest one for us, I think.
Yeah. Well, even like just working from home, there's just plenty of days where I just want to have like a throwback to like high school, where Zach and I would just go to the gym at like 5 a.m. before school started, go to Bruegger's, get a bagel with a specialty bagel, because they have a different one every month, and a different cream cheese that they have every month, with a Snapple iced tea, or probably a coffee now, and just carry off my day with work. That'd be awesome.
Well, isn't it Einstein's Bagels or whatever now?
No, it's a bank.
No, I shouldn't say now, like it's in the same spot, but like somewhere very close by they put in an Einstein's, didn't they?
Maybe.
I haven't seen an Einstein since
I'm
I've
pretty
been
sure.
back home.
I'm
or
pretty sure
back
I
in
saw an
town.
Einstein store there,
Maybe
or
like
at least a sign.
it's not on that spot. I know that because
No, it's not right there. No,
Yeah.
but like I think it's in the shopping center or something.
Maybe like by the
I think
Walgreens.
it's one up
sign, maybe?
by the mall.
Maybe.
I don't remember though.
I'm not too sure. I'm about to have a quick Google search though, just to
I know
be
there's
safe.
I know there's some in Oakland, but I could have sworn that I saw a sign there recently.
Maybe like
I don't
coming soon
actually
or
go to like
something.
that shopping center area all too often, so
No, I mean,
Einsteins usually appear in like malls, airports, and like universities. I don't think I've ever seen just a standalone Einsteins without
well the
being
one
like
in
near one of those things.
I mean yeah, but the one in Oakland is basically like a regular Brugger's bagel shop kind of thing.
yeah, but I feel Oakland's a bit different because there's
Oh
like that
yeah, I mean
college
Oakland's
area stuff.
it's college, it's all the hospitals,
Like,
it's I
yeah,
mean like you're just getting people in and out.
like Colin, imagine Auntie Anne's right there. That place is popping. You know,
Dude,
it's not in a mall,
Auntie
but
Anne's could
everyone's gonna go
actually
there.
make a store there, like a storefront, and they'd make over half of their like like their weekly. They'd make half of their yearly income from just that one alone. Guaranteed.
I
Because
love Auntie
people
Anne's
from
so
the
much.
hospitals, they'd be going there because they'd be like, I don't know, I'm in a bad spot right now. I'm gonna get like a cinnamon pretzel or whatever, and then they're in a good spot
Pizza
now.
pretzel.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
mean like they
Their
can make a lot
lemonade,
of
their
money there.
mango lemonade, fantastic.
I mean, that popcorn place makes a ton of money for just selling freaking popcorn. Like, I see people in and out of there every few seconds.
I mean, if you have a good niche on the market, then you're pretty much set. You know,
It's just surprising with popcorn, you know? Like, popcorn feels like that's like cheaper than fries.
yeah.
And they're selling it for like, $5 for a bag.
I mean, if it has like the melted white chocolate on it, whew,
Oh, they do all kinds of
oh,
stuff
it's
there. It's
so
kind of
good.
cool.
White chocolate's fire with popcorn. But really off topic, but still, bagels, burgers is just the thing to do. Even if you're not
I have
getting just
to.
cream cheese, I do highly recommend their sriracha honey sunrise or their
Ooh.
skinny bacon avocado and tomato egg white bagel. They're both of them are fantastic. So go there, get their monthly specialty bagel. I haven't been in one in forever because my mom works downtown, so sometimes on very blue moons she'll come
Oh,
in with a dozen.
I just thought of it. Einstein's isn't there. It's in Monroeville. It's just like those two things blended together because of like the
Gotcha.
straight path. It's in Monroeville. That's what I was just thinking about because it's up on the hill.
I,
Anyways,
I work in
uh,
Monroeville, so I might have to stop and grab
do you know
some
where
of
the
them
Five Guys
bagels.
is?
I've seen it in passing. Yeah.
It's right about there. Like it's
Okay.
somewhere right there because I've seen the sign. Um, but Alex has never been to Brugger's, so I have to take her there soon because like
Yeah.
I can't believe that she's never been there, and she likes
Mhm.
bagels, so it's not like she wouldn't have gone there if she like. There was
It's
no
just on
reason for her not to
location.
go. I think it just wasn't in Monroeville, so
Yeah. No, I miss it. Well, I miss having it close by. I mean, my wallet, I'm sure, is happy about it, but
oh, probably
yeah, definitely. But
it's probably more expensive than a coffee in the morning.
oh my god, yeah, yeah, absolutely. But bagels, my number two pick. Zach, let me hear yours.
Nova Lox. It's pretty much just a bagel with cream cheese, raw smoked salmon, and then capers on top. Um, it's pretty good. It's a pretty light breakfast as well. Um, but yeah, most like breakfast places, like bagel places I've seen sell it, but it's also kind of like you're not. Like, I don't think Brugger sells it. I know Einstein's does, but it depends on location, just because the salmon's raw. So it just depends on like how often it's purchased at that location, and like
Burgers
how
does
fast
have
they
a
can move the
salmon
salmon.
bagel.
Do they? I didn't know that. I haven't. I mean, the last time I've been there was like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, no, they do. They have like their specialty one. I'm not sure if it's at every location, but they do have it.
yeah.
I mainly know because I was looking at the menu when I was making my list. But yeah, anything else to say about your bagel, Zach?
I mean, not really. It's like it pretty much stands on its own for the
Yeah.
most part.
I agree with Zach. I co-sign it. Shit's banging.
no, bagels are great.
Well, boys, Matt, specifically, you are going to tell us your number one pick because we are now at that point where we're going to talk about our favorite breakfast food. So, Matt, let me hear it.
My number one is a classic. It is an over easy egg sandwich.
Okay.
This is like what I make for myself de facto if I'm making breakfast. So what I usually do is I get the best toast, again, the best toast available in your household. Usually
Not
for
white
me
or
it's
Italian.
seeded rye. Sometimes it's like pumpernickel, sometimes it's on a bagel if I'm feeling extra spicy.
Ooh,
But
extra spice.
I make three over easy eggs, add like salt and pepper and all that John. And then some cheese, basically whatever cheese I'm feeling. And I put that on a sandwich with some hot sauce, and then I eat that shit up, and it is delicious.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I am a fan of the over easy eggs.
Over easy eggs are the only way to eat eggs. Excuse me. And anyone else who says otherwise is incorrect.
I would say it's one of the ways to eat eggs.
I mean, is it though?
Of the plethora. I mean, honestly, I mainly end up getting or making like scrambled eggs. That's
Matt,
mainly what I do.
I think sourdough would best complement that
Sourdough
little
bread is
dish you got
so
there.
good, dude.
I do enjoy sourdough.
I think it would work well with the eggs.
I can co-sign that because I have done that before. I think it's really good. But Colin, tell us what your number one pick is.
My number one is my absolute, like, probably one of my absolute favorite foods. And it's chocolate milk.
Well,
Long
I,
pause.
not a food there, Chief.
I love chocolate
Do you
milk.
eat the carton? I'm confused.
I probably would.
Okay.
Like if that was also chocolate milk flavored, I would eat that. Like if you could give me chocolate milk every day and that's it, I'd be a perfectly happy person.
I mean,
Um,
I can't disagree because I had an obsession with chocolate milk whenever I was living on my own. Well, living with Greg because I would have like every time I went to the grocery store, I'd come back with chocolate milk.
like as a kid, I had chocolate milk almost every morning before school. Um, Now I don't have chocolate milk as much just because
You know why?
I'd probably drink it way too much.
Well,
So
I forget because I know for a fact there was a podcast where we talked about your love of chocolate milk, and I cannot remember which one it is. But do you prefer buying the chocolate milk or destroying yourself with sugar by buying the Hershey bottle and mixing it with the white milk?
I don't care. I
Okay.
like both. I think both are perfectly fine. But like I always say, you can like Yoo-Hoo's, but it's not chocolate milk.
Chocolate
It
water.
literally says
Well, yeah,
chocolate drink.
it's
It's
chocolate
chocolate
drink.
water.
It's like when you buy those like Starbucks coffee things. It's a
Yeah.
coffee beverage, not actually coffee, because they
Yeah, it's
legally
not
can't call it
coffee.
coffee.
What, the things in the glass bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Oh,
it. Look
really?
at it next time you see them. Yeah, it's called a coffee beverage. They legally cannot call it coffee.
Dang. Honestly, I only ever got those at school when I had like my college money, like like that
Yeah, I was
cafeteria
down
money.
bad when I was ordering those.
Yeah, and I had a few of them. Honestly, I couldn't have tell. I think the only reason I would have had more energy is because of all the sugar in it. So I never would have known that if you didn't tell me.
But I don't like having arguments with people whenever I'm like, yeah, chocolate milk's like my favorite thing, and they're like, oh, I like Yoo-Hoo's, and it's like that's not chocolate milk. Sorry.
Shout out to Orange Drink though.
Like
After taking the
Sunny Delight.
PSSAs,
Sunny Delight is a banger.
yeah,
Dude, Sunny D is where it's at.
Sunny D is fire. Tropica orange juice,
You know what?
fantastic.
I was looking up just because I was curious because I was like, Sunny D has to be like so much like so much worse than just drinking orange juice. It's like a third of the calories with more vitamins.
Really?
Granted, they like artificially plant the vitamins in there instead of you getting it from the oranges, so technically, like it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I was blown
Still.
away. I thought that was just gonna be sugar and high fructose corn syrup.
It ain't that orange drink. The Snyder's is it Snyder's orange drink that we'd have at
Yeah,
school?
Snyder's is what we
Yeah.
had.
Nothing. And the best thing from Snyder's though is their iced tea from the carton.
Oh, their iced tea carton stuff. Especially if the carton doesn't peel correctly and you get like a fuzzy tip, for some reason that makes it taste better.
Yeah. I think it's just because you're just drinking paper with it, but I mean,
Probably.
you have a nice paper flavoring. That's what all Pittsburgh is Icy Lights, Snyder's carton beer, and Permanis, and so we eat paper as part of our diet.
And cookie cutter houses.
Yeah. But Colin, anything else to say about chalky milk?
Nah, chocolate milk is just fantastic. And I know most people on Earth that agree with me. Even people who are lactose intolerant agree with me. Like, they take their pills to drink chocolate milk.
I'm here for it. I haven't met any of those people, but,
Well, I've met quite a few that genuinely take, like, their pills just to drink chocolate milk.
Well, boys, to move on to my number one pick, it is, simply put, eggs. That's it. As I said earlier, and we talked a lot about eggs on the podcast, scrambled eggs, fire. Sunny side up, amazing. Over easy, awesome. Hard boiled and deviled eggs, both are amazing.
Deviled eggs is not breakfast, my guy.
What was that?
Deviled eggs? You're not eating deviled eggs for breakfast.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying how versatile eggs can be. But whenever you have them on
if
the
you got
occasion.
some leftover develed eggs, I guess you're eating them for breakfast.
I guess.
I mean, Matt, you have your Thanksgiving dinner in the morning, right? You have like kind of cold. You pull out this tray of stuffing, the turkey, the gravy, the mashies. It's like 10 in the morning. You're gonna eat some of it. At least I hope you would.
Not for breakfast. I'm not a savage.
Oh, I'll do it. 100%. At least the stuffing. I'll have that.
Oh,
Well, 10 in the morning is like brunch time.
All right.
No,
9
10 in the morning is for sure breakfast.
I mean, it just depends what side of the sun you're waking up on then.
There's definitely a spectrum of, when is brunch, when is breakfast, when is lunch.
Brunch is definitely like 11 to noon.
I think you also need to eat breakfast in order to have brunch.
Do you?
'Cause I think brunch is more just like,
I think
we're
brunch
gonna
is an
go get a
excuse to
snack.
sell people mimosas.
Oh, exactly, 100%.
That's true.
But like, brunch is like, let's go get a snack, but call it a meal.
No, Matt, brunch is for when you're too hungover to actually eat breakfast. But then by the time like that rolls around, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. Might as well just keep drinking.
Because you can get your Bloody Marys and your mimosas.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, Bloody Mary's the most disgusting drink, though.
Dude,
I've never
I
had
don't
one. I can't comment.
I don't know. I don't think they're that bad.
I think they're.
I've never had one, and I don't
I
think
can't
I'm ever
imagine
going
being
to.
that bad.
No. I mean, yeah, but I feel like that's a lot of stuff you like, though, Matt, that's in the Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
It's just a collection of everything that I just would not eat on its own.
But yeah, I don't know. Usually when I'm making eggs, it's usually on toast or a bagel. As I said in my number 2, bagels are amazing. One thing I did try, and Rachel had me do this, was you just had your bagel, you put cream cheese on it, and then you put scrambled egg. It sounds gross, but try it. I think it's delicious.
How would that be gross?
Sounds like a breakfast
Yeah,
sandwich.
I don't know how that sounds gross.
I don't know. Everyone I've ever said it to that I guess wasn't you guys, like my family or anyone, they're like, ew, that sounds gross. But then we go to Brugger's and get a specialty sandwich. It has cream cheese.
Because the way I imagine that is that instead of like cheddar cheese, you just use cream cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also imagine most people as like basic white girls. Like most people don't have diverse food tastes, and they're just like, I don't know, TV dinner is the same as going to a 5-star restaurant.
I mean, you're probably not wrong for like the average person, But all right, well, I'm happy to know that's not weird because I love doing it.
No, I think that sounds delicious.
All right, well, good. There we go.
Especially if you get all like the egg yolk just pouring down like on a burger.
What
That
is it
could
with you
probably
and
be real
egg
good.
yolk, dog? Oh, on the burger. On the
best.
Like how
Okay.
how you burst it on a burger. If you do the same
never
thing
mind. Yeah,
with that, I think that would be pretty good.
I do like eggs on a burger. It can get real messy though.
Oh
That's
yeah,
my
that
only-
instantly gets messy.
Yeah. That's my biggest downside of it. But yeah, eggs are my number one pick, And we're going to bring it to Zach, who's going to finish off all of our lists with his number one.
My number one is waffles. Pretty much for every reason Colin said his was pancakes. As far as like the creamy, or no, not the creamy, the caramelized like coating on them, it's good if you're going for like a breakfast thing or depending on what you want to do. But like it really depends on what you're trying to do with the waffle. The sandwiches with waffles are amazing. So like if you're going for like a more savory sandwich, then I wouldn't put it on. But if it's like a breakfast sandwich with like some sausage, eggs, and like maybe some bacon, then like that sweetness can add like a really nice like profile to the sandwich. I've seen like you can cook things into waffles, like aside from like just your normal chocolate chips and stuff. Like I've had some like cooked with like peanut butter inside as well as Nutella and all that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't like the pockets and grooves in the waffle make it easier to like layer like what you want in them and like to the quantity that you want. I feel better than pancakes, whereas like with pancakes, once you get like a good spread, it kind of clumps after that, and like you just kind of gotta like put more work in to like spreading it across and making sure it's even. Whereas like with the grooves and the divots, like you can like kind of measure out like where each like what goes in each pocket. Yeah, I mean I think waffles just make a great savory or sweet food depending on what you want to do with them.
Have you had the chicken and waffles, Zach?
I have had the chicken and waffles. It really depends where you go to get the chicken and waffles. Like I mean, waffles at the end of the day. It really depends where you're getting the waffles and who's making them. I will say, like, the only thing in my eyes that pancakes have over waffles is the like Colin talked about, the messiness and how easy it is to make pancakes compared to waffles. Because like if you mess up and like the batter gets on the waffle iron, it's just so annoying to go through and like actually clean. But yeah. It's a great dependent where you're getting them and who's making them.
Well, everyone, that is going to wrap up our top 5 list. And Matt, you are going to start us off with our honorable mentions.
Okay. My first honorable mention would be Honey Bunches of Oats cereal.
Oh,
it is my favorite cereal and is objectively the best cereal.
Oh, it's objectively the best.
Like, if you have another cereal as your favorite, you are incorrect. I'm sorry. Figure your life out, I guess.
For everyone who's wondering what the rest of our top 5 cereals are, you should go listen to our podcast episode.
We
top
did
5
do
cereals.
The list.
That is where we talked about Colin's chocolate milk. That's where it came up.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it was in the drinks. Top 5
drinks. No, we did.
Let me see, beverages.
Yeah,
beverages was my number one, was chocolate milk.
Yeah, no, that would make sense then. Yeah, good call, Zach. It probably came up in cereals too. But yeah.
Apparently I don't have cereals saved here. Oh, well.
Go listen to both. Whatever. But, Matt, finish up your list?
My second one was, I had waffles. Specifically for chicken and waffles. It is the best way to eat waffles. And it's just banging all the way around. Fried chicken, syrup, and cake. There's not much else better.
I'll have to make you guys a waffle burger. I think you guys would like what I do.
I mean, I'm down for anyone just to make food for me, being honest. And if I could just be objectively critical to you,
that's fine.
I'm here for it. I never had chicken and waffles, though, I will say.
Oh, what the...
Yeah, that's why I asked Zach what his thoughts were on it. Never had it.
Yeah, if you're messing up if you get them. Like, I've had some where like they give me chicken wings and like that's just like no. Like, you don't want
sounds
like
disgusting.
Realistically, chicken and waffles is basically like if you just had a very thick batter with sugar on chicken.
I don't know.
It's the same stuff. It's literally the same stuff. Just with sugar.
No, because it just it just depends. Like, I wouldn't say on the chicken because that's gonna make the chicken taste different. It's like the thing with the chicken and waffles is like the fried chicken and the way that's cooked on top of how the waffle is cooked, and then like when they individually come together with like the sweetness of the syrup. So like you can have bad chicken and waffles like I've had where it's just like basically chicken nuggets with just like a normal waffle, but it just really
Yeah, but
depends on.
it's not even that bad though.
Yeah, that's still not
Because
even
how
that
can
bad.
you mess up like those three things? It's like how bad pizza is like still like pretty okay. Because at the end of the day, it's just pizza. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess like one like if you have like a good chicken and waffle, like it's gonna be not difficult, but definitely like you're gonna notice the difference if you
I
have
mean,
like a bad chicken and waffle.
like I was saying, if you want a really good chicken and waffle, you do need the caramelized waffle. Those are the correct ways to make waffles. If you're not getting that nice dark brown outside because of the caramelized sugar, what are you doing? Did you make waffles or did you just make some floppy thing?
Like a pancake.
Like, yeah, like you're just making a pancake. Why didn't you just make a pancake? The whole point of the waffle is to get that caramelized outside dark brown. Oh, that's the good stuff.
Mwah,
I mean,
chef's kiss.
yeah, in the chicken and waffle situation, yeah, for sure. That's where you wanna throw that on.
Matt, what is your last honorable?
My last one was French toast. French toast is what I will order if I want to eat dessert for breakfast. Basically,
French toast is definitely a good
French
one.
toast is better than pancakes, by the way. For anyone that
I don't know
French
about that.
toast and
Keep it
powdered
spoiled.
sugar.
No, that's a fact. That's a straight fact, Matt.
it is.
I don't know about that.
Colin, what are your honorable mentions, bud?
Honestly, my honorable mentions are pretty easy. It's just all breakfast items. Like
So just
breakfast
everything
food.
breakfast.
Yeah, I mean like breakfast food in general is typically like some of the best food you're getting. Like it's why people have breakfast for dinner, you know? Like it's just good.
I mean, short and sweet, to the point.
Even people who are like, I'm gonna have the cold pizza in the morning, like that's fine too. It's a good breakfast food.
Dude, cold pizza in the morning is the best. I'm a big fan of just like ordering your food hot and then have the leftovers of it being cold.
No, I don't
depends
know
what
about
it
that. I don't think that's a blanket statement.
I don't know. I'm fine with it. We were talking about Thanksgiving dinner in like the morning or just whenever. Like I'll eat stuffing cold. I'll eat turkey cold. The gravy cold. I don't care. Prefer it.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I mean,
It's obviously preferred hot, but if I'm just lazy or whatever, I kind of like it.
yeah, I mean, for those of you who know me, like temperature really doesn't affect like when or if I eat something. Like I'll cook something, let it sit for an hour, and then eat it like warm-ish cold. So
Yeah,
Are
as
you
long as it's
psychotic,
fresh.
bro?
what?
I said, are you psychotic? Do you need
I mean, I
technical
guess so.
I think
It's
it
just like I got
greatly
stuff to do. Like I'll
enhances
cook the food, and I'm like,
experience.
all right, I'm gonna finish up doing like this, paper or like this
That is-
like thing
that is,
really
like,
quick,
not
and then like the
okay.
thing really quick ends up turning into like 5 other things. I'm like,
I
well,
did
I should
always-
probably eat now.
I did always think it was weird when we were in college and you would make food and you would let it sit for like an
Yeah.
hour. That was
No,
always
I'm not
weird
saying
to
anybody
me.
should think it's normal. Yeah.
No, it's just weird to me. That was the weird thing. But like in terms of just having the food in the fridge, pulling it out, being like, do I want to nuke it in the microwave or do I just want to eat it? Then I'll just eat it because it tastes like garbage in the microwave most of the time. So it depends what it is, but still.
Yeah. No, 100%.
If you had like made steak, you're not going to throw it in the microwave. You're going to put it at least on the stove top or
I don't
whatever.
know. If you're making steak and you're saving some for later, I think you're kind of overdoing it at that point.
I'm just saying, just in general, you know what I mean? Like food like steak, I think it's gross if you microwave it.
I think almost everything needs to be reheated properly instead of in a microwave. But like honestly, if you're pressed for time, start it in a microwave. It's not going to taste as good, but it'll still be hot.
But Colin, nice honorables, which was literally encapsulating everything you could eat for
All of
breakfast.
them.
So,
I don't care
yeah.
what it is. It's all good.
Well, there we go. To move on to my honorable mentions, a lot of them we already talked about. My number 3, omelets, because why not? go to Bob's Diner, get an omelet. Fantastic, covered in butter, but you get a lot of really good stuff in it. My number 2, French toast with powdered sugar, because you need that. It's a staple of French toast. It's the only way I really eat it, if I'm being honest. Not sure about you guys. And my last one.
Almost everybody has to eat it. I don't think people like French toast by itself.
I can eat French toast by itself, but I am upset.
I think that's
if
why
there's
Banana
powdered
Foster,
sugar.
dude. That's
I think
great.
that's why people order it.
Oh, no. Yeah, never mind, Zach. Thank you. That is really good. Nice Banana Foster.
I mean, I'm a fan of it by like just toast and syrup for sure.
Yeah.
But Banana Foster is something else.
Banana Foster is very good. I'm here for
Dude,
it.
if Eaton Park ever gets a Banana Foster pie, call me. But you guys never have it, so.
I think it's a coconut one, wasn't it? Wasn't the coconut cream? Or
No.
banana cream, that's what you're talking about, Colin. It was the banana cream.
No, Banana
pie.
Fosters. They had the banana cream, but I wanted the Banana Fosters.
Yeah, it's just
I think-
something different.
Do they have a banana? I thought the Banana Foster was just its own thing on the menu, and then they had the
No.
banana cream pie.
I think they did have a Banana Foster thing as a dessert for like a specialty, like limited time thing, but that was years ago, if I'm even remembering that correctly. But
Yeah, it was freaking delicious.
my last one is oatmeal. You can never really go wrong with oatmeal. Usually, if I'm making it, I typically would just put, peanut butter and bananas in it. Fantastic. Really fills you up. But lately, I just got kind of weird, and I didn't want to make a bagel. I had oatmeal, and I saw an avocado, and I was like, screw it. And I threw the avocado in there and mashed it up, and I threw some brown sugar in there. Dude, it's really good. I recommend it. It's the weirdest combination of things I think you could try, but it's
Just because of the brown sugar.
because of the brown sugar. I had you in the first half with just the.
Oh no, I was just
avocado.
curious if it was just because of the brown sugar.
I don't know. I just kind of did it because I wanted to do it. Because I would put brown sugar in it if it was just like an oatmeal banana. So I was like, why make it different because there's an avocado in it,
The only reason I was asking was I had my mother bought some of that like frozen pulled pork, and you can just taste the brown sugar in the barbecue sauce, and I was like, this is why people like this stuff, not because it's actually like good pulled pork, but because it's brown sugar and like people are just fiends for sugar.
But oatmeal is my last honorable mention. And Zach, you're gonna end the show with yours.
I as well have French toast. I also have mimosas because why not? And then I have a Matrix Oreo protein bar because that thing I would adamantly be excited at night to eat it in the morning whenever I was a freshman in college because my eating just was not probably healthy. I'm going to be honest with you.
Wasn't.
But in the morning, whenever I ate it, oh my God, there was like nothing better in the world. It like tasted so good. It was like one of the few like real protein bars with like 30 grams of protein in it that like actually tasted good, not like cement. So yeah, that shout out to that protein bar because that's amazing.
I gotta be honest with you, something that I was thinking about was I really enjoy I'm sure they probably sell it because I've just never bothered to look for it. But in the Chewy bars, the peanut butter chips that they put in there, I freaking I would eat Chewy bars just for those peanut butter chips. Those things taste so good.
Dude, I can't do the peanut butter granola bars like granola bars or protein bars anymore, and I'm sad about it. I just ate too many of them. And Ron, I actually think it was one of those mornings like we went to the gym where I got sick from like swallowing all those pills that like I was taking from GNC.
Yeah, because you would wake up, have a bit of coffee or whatever, then have 4 scoops of pre-workout and then guzzle pills like you're on a bender.
No, this is before pre-workout. I didn't start taking pre-workout until I was in college.
I mean, even still, the pills. There's a lot.
Yeah,
If
dude,
you have
those
300
pills.
pills in the morning.
Yeah, but it's just the peanut butter. Like I would eat like it was from that, and then just it seemed like every single like bar I was eating in the morning was like peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, and it just
No,
I
I
just
don't. I
can't
don't
do it
really blame you
anymore.
on that because like that's why I don't drink applesauce anymore. Because after
Drink
Drink
applesauce.
applesauce.
or not applesauce, apple juice.
Okay, I was like,
Because whenever I was in the
pardon me, sir.
hospital for my appendix, uh,
Oh,
I had to
yeah.
drink that with the old dye while
Mm.
I had my appendix bursting inside of me. Like it actually burst at that point in time. So
They
I was
mixed it
like
with
throwing
apple
up.
juice.
Yeah, that's how they serve it to you is apple juice or
Oh
Powerade, and it
damn.
tasted even worse with Powerade.
Is that a
Um,
different dye than a CT?
yeah, that's for the MRI with contrast.
Oh, damn. I
Yeah,
would have thought they would have just injected you.
or maybe it was a CT. I don't know. It was an MRI because they had me in an MRI machine. They didn't have me in a CT machine. But I don't know why they were doing an MRI. I don't know. Who cares?
I don't know. I've had it
Anyways,
injected and drank, and they both suck.
the new stuff is significantly better. Like it still sucks, but it is leagues and bounds above what it was because that stuff sucked.
Yeah.
But I refuse to drink apple juice anymore because every time I do, I just throw up because it just reminds me of like everything that was happening at that point in time, the terrible taste, the fact that I couldn't keep it down because my body literally didn't want anything in it, so I just throw up whenever I have apple juice now.
Damn. That
Yeah,
sucks. I mean, honestly, some foods and drinks just have a way of like bringing you back to the past, and then you're just like, yeah, no, I can't do it.
Oh, Calico
well,
Jack.
smell is
Al-
the
I
fastest
was
way to go
just
back
about
to the
say
past.
alcohol, especially Calico Jack. If I'm even near it, I'm like, yeah, get that shit the hell away
No.
from me.
No.
I
It's
think
so
I'm
bad.
allergic to alcohol.
Allergic to
Well, I
alcohol?
mean, nobody is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
not.
No, but I mean like I'm like actually allergic to it. It's not that it's just harming my body. I
Like
think
a
I'm actually
hive
allergic
type
to it.
sort of reaction, like that sense.
Yeah,
or like
almost.
what?
Like
Yeah, gotcha.
something like that. Yeah. Cuz like I had cuz I was making
No,
beer
that's called
battered.
a hangover.
No, cuz I was making beer battered fish the other day and I decided to have like the little bit that was left of the Yingling and like I don't know how to say it, but it wasn't comfortable.
Colin was just plastered out of his mind. He just didn't know.
Probably. I think I have like an acute allergy to it
Maybe. I mean,
because it's
can't
the same
rule it
thing with
out.
eggs. Whenever I eat eggs, I get migraines because I'm acutely allergic to eggs, but I still like eggs. So
I developed a egg intolerance for a little bit in college because I was eating so many of them.
No, yeah, that definitely happens.
Yeah, I'm glad I kicked it. That one sucked. I loved eggs so much. I love eggs so much.
But everyone, that is going to end this episode of the Top 5 podcast. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode, and be sure to hit that subscribe button for more content every single Sunday. Hit that little bell notification icon as well. If you aren't on YouTube, please, I guess, like our podcast. I think most of them are like, or the little heart button, which pretty much means the same thing. Share a podcast with your friends on social media, however you talk to everyone. And yeah. See you
interact
guys.
with the podcast.
Yeah,
Just,
interact with the
like
podcast.
whatever buttons are there, press all of them except for the dislike ones.
Yeah, of course. Unless you mean
Actually,
dislike.
you know what? Honestly, if you genuinely dislike it, interact anyways because that's interaction and we need that.
Yeah, tell us you hate it. And honestly, I don't think we'll really read the comments if they are all that hateful and all that, but honestly it's kind of funny. So,
I will. I laugh at hateful comments. I think they're funny because people are like so funny with that stuff.
I honestly
Some of them are funny.
I've gotten to a point where I just laugh at every like hateful thing like on Twitter at this point.
It's just too funny because like
Yeah.
they think it's like putting a gun to somebody's head or something. Like it's just like, dude, you wrote something on Twitter.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So if you're on YouTube, then there you go. You know what to do. Leave a comment below telling us how much you hate this podcast.
Yeah, leave a funny, hateful comment below.
But you have to come back every Sunday.
There's this episode of Always Sunny where they're trying to like work out issues in the bar, and Matt starts yelling. It's like, I only know how to express myself through anger and personal attacks.
I've been kind of wanting to rewatch Always Sunny.
I love Always Sunny so much, dude. There's not a scenario that you can be placed in that doesn't directly relate to an episode of Always Sunny.
Yeah.
There just isn't.
But that was, I think, the longest outro we've ever done. But
You're
once
welcome.
again, yeah, thank you everyone for listening to this episode, and we'll see you all next Sunday.